The PDP party has accused Badaru, the Minister of Defense, of psychophancy because they called Tinubu daddy. It's so funny because this is it's not even a Yoruba person. If Badaru were to be Yoruba, I would say it's a Yoruba thing to call people that you think are as old as your daddy. But again, this is a formal setting. You don't need to call anybody daddy in the office or mommy. Like I don't even know, but they're accusing him of psychophancy, trying to use compliment to gain favor. What do you all think? Let me know in the comment section. Before we go into the details of today's video, if this is your first time here or you haven't subscribed to this channel, please do well to subscribe, like this video, leave your opinions in the comment section as well. The camp of Atiku Abubakar, the presidential candidate of the People's Democratic Party, PDP, has slammed Defense Minister Mohammed Abubakar Badaru over a comment made during President Bola Ahmed Tinubu's state visit to China. In a video shared by the Nigerian Television Authority, Badaru was seen shaking hands with Tinubu and greeting him with the words, "Welcome, Daddy." In reaction, Atiku's special assistant on broadcast media, Abdulrasheed Shehu, accused Badaru of psychophancy. Shehu took to social media to mock the minister, saying Badaru greeted Bola Ahmed Tinubu by saying "Welcome, Daddy" in a display of psychophancy. Badaru, a key ally of Tinubu, was among the Nigerian public officials who were accompanying the president on his trip to China. By the way, we do not even know the kind of relationship between these two prior to him being appointed the Minister of Defense. So we cannot really say if this is a new thing that he just came up with to call the president daddy, or is trying to gain favor and all of that. And we're all Africans. Is our way of showing respect. We people that we think are way older than us, or people that we think they are our dad's age mate, we call them daddy. It's just an African thing. But notwithstanding, I think that it is a formal setting, like formal terms need to be used. You don't need to call anybody daddy in the workplace, in the office, Mr. So, President so. There are terms, honorable, such thing, His Excellency. Those terms are the right terms that could be used in this kind of situation. But let me know what your thoughts are in the comment section. What do you think? Before we go, let's take a look at some of the reactions from people online. Abiodun Popola says, "Daddy is a respected father. Tinubu is qualified in that respect." Frank says, "Reno won't talk about that, except when it involves Obi. He will be opening his mouth. Wah." Godswill Monday says, "The president is the father of the nation. There's no element of psychophancy in addressing him as daddy by the Minister of Defense." Ekong responded to the previous comment by saying, "Are you serious? You guys will always find justification for everything that continually undermines the foundation of a nation. Psychophancy is one of such hills." Daniel Usha says, "Calling him father is correct. Tinubu is a political father of Nigeria." 1 Peter 2:17 says, "The Bible says, give honor to those in leadership." Afolabi Matthias, "Mere pettiness. What is wrong in calling a person who is older than you daddy? Atiku and his men are petty." Kofi says, "Them be mates. That Tinubu man is in his early 80s. Leave age declaration for this matter. Tinubu is not children." Chike Okoye says, "The defense minister knows that Tinubu is an old man. What he wants us to believe." Balogun says, "Is this one Is this one news? Okpemo says, where else is the entire world? Has a member of cabinet addressed a president with the title Daddy? Only Truth says, say the truth and it will help you. Why the daddy? They are all official of the Nigerian constitution. Let's call a spade a spade. That's why corruption refused to leave the house. In Nigeria, how many fathers are punishing their children when wrong? This is the game Badaru is playing. Sokoto is on fire with banditry and Badaru in China. Akinwale Martin says, you can expect such comments coming from a disgruntled mind. Just because you lost an election, you don't see anything good in whatever the incumbent does. What is wrong in calling an elderly leader daddy? It's not psychophancy, but exhibiting African culture in a foreign land. Like I said, we are in Africa. It comes with the terrain. Like in Africa, anybody who is old enough to be your dad or way older than you call the person daddy, mommy. That's a sign of respect, like I said. So Badaru, I feel, is just trying to show him respect. In this case, I don't think it's such a big deal, especially considering that we do not know how their relationship has been prior to now. We are only getting to find out now that he's calling him daddy. He probably has been calling him daddy before he even got the appointment. Who knows? If you know the damage psychophancy and eye service has done to our polity, don't be surprised seeing military chiefs in uniform gadgets, or even prostrating flat on their stomach to greet a political officer. That one is totally wrong. How can military officers in uniform be prostrating to greet the president? Nah. That one has gone out of hand. And I don't think that would ever happen. How will you be in uniform and be prostrating to greet the president? Nah. The president himself is the chief of armed forces. So whenever any of these security forces wants to greet him, they have the way that they salute the president. That's the normal way, not prostrating. Usman says, what is the big deal if Badaru call him daddy? After all, he's senior him and he is the president and commander-in-chief of a Federal Republic of Nigeria. As you must have heard from the comments I've read so far, it's divided. It's 50-50. Some people are of the opinion that there's nothing wrong with it. It goes with the terrain. We are in Africa. And some other people are of the opinion that this is psychophancy. Very soon, all the service chiefs will start to prostrate for the president, which I don't think is going to ever happen. But you all, let's have your thoughts in the comment section. Thank you very much for always listening and watching. I will see you in my next